us about Elkis Ranch and why you chose that site.
So I have lived on the coast side, we call it, for almost 6 years, and that's been a really huge part of my own self-care, is to live in a place that's immersed in nature and is a little bit of a slower pace than Silicon Valley, where I was before. And I've always been looking for a way to share that. I hike and I bike almost every day whenever I want to, and that's a real gift. And I wanted to find a place where other people could experience the feeling that I get when I turn onto Carissima Creek Road, which is the road where Elkis Ranch is on, and just feel that opening. There's this expansiveness just from experiencing the landscape. I wanted that combination of indoor space and really the sense of the magic of nature. And so Elkis Ranch appeared on my radar screen, and I'm thrilled that we can have access to it and share it with people.
Yeah, that really fits the bill.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, people go on vacations, and the common conversation in the coffee room or whatever is, when's your next vacation? And that's great. This is different. This is, sometimes people come back and they say, I need a vacation for my vacation, because they didn't really get what they thought they were going to get from that. So how is this different from that?
It's a great question, and it's and I'll just draw on my own experience from being on vacations where I either feel like I'm dragged by an agenda. The reason people feel like they need to take a vacation after the vacation is that it's often busier in terms of like being on a time schedule or being on someone else's agenda, or feeling very pressured to see a lot of things and do a lot of things, or even to prove that you've relaxed. I'll say something more about the difference between following your inner guidance versus being unconsciously guided by the external messages that we are exposed to in our daily life. And with our phones now, it's almost impossible to escape that because of how we've been programmed to be so habitually connected to that device. And every time, I observe it in myself. I'm not immune to it at all. Where I notice, like, why am I checking my phone? I don't need to. And yet, somehow, my brain is asking me to do that. So we're being pulled, whether we are conscious of it or not. And this is a very conscious way to say, those inputs are not allowed for this day. I am going to take in other inputs from nature, which, just sitting here as we are right now, it's a very different feeling than even in the parking lot. So these small shifts in our environment can have a huge effect, and even giving our bodies and our nervous system a break from devices is a huge vacation just in and of itself. And I don't know about you, but that's very challenging to do on your own without a container and a decision and an investment to say no. And if you can do that, good for you.
Well, and then the neuroscience is behind us now.
Yes.
I mean, you might think, oh, there's the woo-woo chicks, and
the forest fairies.
And the funny thing is, though, that the neuroscience is really behind it, and we have that sympathetic nervous system that we're over sympathetic. It's in overdrive, and so they call it sympathetic dominant. So we don't even know how to really let go.